Welcome back, guys. 3 o'clock start today because I slept yesterday after night shift. Couldn't sleep properly last night, so can't sleep, get up, get back to work. So I've got a bit of time in my hands now, so I'm just getting onto this bonnet because I know anything regarding body work on this car, it takes time, so you got to hook in and really just do the hard yards and you get results. So what I'm doing now, between shifts the other day, I used, I can't find it, 2000 grit, a circular audible sander disc. So, but today I'm using a 1500 grit. It's just paper from Super Jeep Auto. And once I get so far with it, I just use this to get rid of being wet. It's pretty humid in here actually. Surprising, it's got a bit of rain happening now. So what I'll do now, I can see a little bit of see a bit of shiny bits. There's a little bit of like the orange peel hasn't completely gone. So I'll just give it a hit with a buffer. It's usually, when it comes to cutting compounds, you go through the stages. This is like a correction glaze, it like gets rid of swirl marks and that sort of thing. I think this does the same thing. This is very old. I bought this back when I was doing the Escort 5 years ago, more. So, but it's actually longer than that. That's been on 7 years old now. Unreal. So this stuff here, last time I done 2000 grit, I went straight onto this with a 3D, this waffle. This stuff here, if you've ever buy them, 3D Professional, really good. So I use it with that, and I put a bit of RPM into it, get a bit of speed, and you really heat the area up, which is risky. You just got to keep off the edges, but you get heat into it, and it just cuts, and it does an awesome job. I'll show you now. So I just put a bit of water in it, wet the pad a little bit, just to help it, because they're in warmer conditions that dry it very quickly. So I got this from Super Cheap Auto. So I'll go here, you set the speed. So that's a 12, it'll go to a 6 just to get it started. Doing this with one hand. So I'll start off with like a 6. I'll increase it to a 12. See how it's sort of, something going on with this thing, I don't know, I've had it for a while, but I'll increase it to a 12, then I'll go to like an 18 speed, and then see how it looks. Check this out, right, this is just been buffed, 60 degrees. Getting very hot, yeah, it's almost getting to the point where that could damage the paint, so that's a quick hit, like a swirl remover. This sort of crap here, something I'm not happy about. So what I'll do, if you can see it, I can't see, it's like just the lighting. Unfortunately, lighting isn't the best because I've got lights all around, so you can't get a proper reflection, but they're like a massive sort of fisheye. So what I'll do that, I'll sand it, I'll sand that spot like a 2000 grit right in there, and then I'm going to drip of 2-pack clear, just drop it in there, let it go off, and then cut the top off it. And then should be good, but I can worry about that later. That's more of the final detailing sort of stuff. But it's got tiny bit of orange peel, but I'm not too fussed about it at this point in time. I can really start getting the shine on one at the final stages of the car when I get on the road or whatever. But usually if I use a straight up, like say a 1000 grit, and then I tried to use that swirl remover, it wouldn't take the scratches out properly. But because I'm using 1500, even that's a bit coarse. I'm surprised it's doing it, but I'd say if I got out in the sun and looked at a reflection, I'd probably see minor scratches in it, but it's more or less a testing point. But so yeah, I'll keep doing the 1500. I'll keep hooking in this bonnet. There's probably 6 hours work just in cutting this, hand cutting it. I'm not going to use audible sander because it's leaving pigtails behind. I hate them, they suck. So I'll do it by hand, do it old school, and then see how it comes out. Done a big chunk, big section of this bonnet. Looks really good on camera, but it's got really fine hairline scratches. So usually I go through the stages, 1000, 1500, 2500, whatever. Then hit it with the cutting compound. But I'm really low. This cutting compound here, it cuts like your wet and dry paper would. But I'm running out, so I'd have to go to this place in Newcastle, which is 40 minutes from me. Auto Lack. They sell this product. I need more of it. I'm still getting a really good finish. Like, it's really good, but I need something that really gets in there and bites into it and takes those hairline scratches out. Very, very fine. But yeah, keep going with it. I've tried using this stuff I got from Super Cheap Auto. Rubbing compound. They say it's really good for removing stains, but it's not much chop for... It'll buff, it'll cut, but it's more... Feels like you're using a swirl remover. It doesn't really bite in like other cutting compounds do, but yeah, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Listen, I've got myself into a routine. I know it's working, but yeah, I need proper cutting compound. It's come up really nice. I've been using the cutting compound. It's coarser, but yeah, unfortunately, it's getting very low, and it's now 5:15. So I've been at this for 2 hours just to do this section. So yeah, this is going to be definitely another probably midday, but then I'm going to have to go get more stocks because yeah, trying to use that finishing polish, glaze remover, whatever you like to call it. It just it doesn't quite. It's just more work. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So let me take my son to his mum's house. Going to go work at the cafe today. So to pull up, go have a coffee and get back into it. Just having a look here, Auto Lack. So looking at their different products. I'll go with this 3D. That seems to be working for me. I know there's plenty of others, but I'll just go with what I know. So after detailing kits, possibly. Compounds. Yeah, compounds. Expensive stuff. You look at $100. Rubbing compound. I just go down there and they tell me what the best product is currently that they highly recommend. It can change, but yeah, there's so many different versions. I need something. Probably they don't say much about the grades now. Usually got stage 1, stage 2, cutting compound, polishing, finish. 1 step. Oh, so it's a 1-step product, which is pretty good. Yeah, so I'm going to go down there soon. I'm just going to wait till they open. Still bloody 5:20. So yeah, that's what I need to do. Get more of that, and I'll get another 3D pad. And I'll get some of this other stuff called adhesion promoter. It's like an epoxy. I'll use that for when I paint the flutes on the bonnet. So I want maximum adhesion, so I don't have to do it again later. Finished the bonnet, got it to a point where I'm semi-satisfied, but it has got faults in it, unfortunately. So it looks really good from this point, like it is. It is very glossy, it's shiny. Tiny bit of orange peel, I didn't completely buff it out, but I'm not worried about that at this point in time. It's got these faint lines. One there, tiny one there, another one there. So one going across here. I can see it in the light. I thought it might have been the fluorescent lights, but it's when I look around different angles, it's like I can't really see it. Yeah, I can see it from every angle. I think that's what's happened when I was putting the coats on. I was putting them on pretty thicker than what I would have liked to, and yeah, the gun got a bit close, and I think it's got like a sort of like when the clear goes on too clear, it's sort of. You get like, I don't know, something in it. It causes it to get like aerated or something. I don't know, but there's sort of these faint lines. Definitely wouldn't come close to getting the top 60 some of that, but I never intend to get it that clean. I did say in one of my first videos when I first started restoring this car, I was going to make it perfect, but life's got in the way of progress of this car, so, and other hobbies, so, other cars. So it is what it is. If I'm really bothered by it, I can paint this black. To have the GT look. I mean, that none of these parts have got any faults at all. They're perfect. That's because I can reach it easy, but in here it's a bit harder. So, yeah, so what I'll need to do now, I reckon I'll do this upper cowl. It just needs a very light cut of like 2000 grit or something, and then, because it's like very light from the overspray over it. I'll give that a hit. I don't want to do it on the car because I don't want shit going through here, getting inside different areas and shit. So I'm going to have to sort of set up something and do it up around here. But yeah, then I'm going to have shit going everywhere. These covers need to go to the trimmer shortly, and the seats. I need to, I got the Jeep out. I had a diff problem where it's leaking oil. The pinion seals flogged out. I thought it was going to be really bad, and unfortunately you can't drain the fluid out of the diff unless you take the cover plate off. I can't be bothered doing that at the moment. So I thought I'd just give it a top up with thicker oil, and it only took about probably 300 mil, and so it wasn't that low. So it must have just started leaking, I reckon. So yeah, I'll just keep topping up for now. I can't care. I just want to focus on this car at the moment. Back into it again. I just got that call from my father telling me something bad's happened. I thought the worst. Turns out he went super cheap auto and he's reversing his Volkswagen Caddy out, and there was a full drive behind him, and he mustn't have looked properly, or they reversed at the same time, I don't know, but he hit this, he's a Land Cruiser or something, hit it and smashed the back of the Caddy, and so it's got, the boot will need to be replaced, the back window's smashed, rear left hand quarters pretty badly creased up, but yeah, so I got a hold of Shannon's, went for the process, make it a claim, and yeah, it's interesting. The car's valued at 21 grand, and they couldn't tell me how much, if the repair, how much it'll cost before they'll write the car off. But looking on Google, it's like 50 to 75%. So between 10 15 grand. If it's up around that, then it's on borderline. Well, it's up to them to decide whether they're going to repair it or not. They seem to write cars off so easily now, so we'll find out. The tow truck's going to go pick it up. It'll go to our local, one of our smash repairers, and I've just left him my Jeep. So he's had the Jeep before, another Jeep I had, and they loved it. So yeah, they're relying on that car now, so it's a good thing I got it sorted. So I'm just doing this upper cowl at the moment, so look at that. It's coming up mint. Just the Aber spray. It's got little hairline scratches, but I didn't end up going to the auto lac to get more cutting compound. I'm just using what I've got left, this correction glaze. So yeah, I just could not be bothered going all the way to Newcastle just to pick up something like that, but I can get by without it. When it comes to the final detailing of this car, then I can look into it then. That's the plan anyway. Bonnet's finished for now. I won't do anything more to it. It's just not important at the moment. The car's not even finished. So there is a slight shade difference between these two. Sucks, but yeah, it is what it is for now. Unless I can find a way of getting the match better. Actually, I had to get a fair bit of trouble to get this well, buffed up and shiny. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I couldn't put this flute in properly because the paint's still a little bit, like if you push on it, I'll leave a fingerprint, but it's sitting up a little bit proud on this side. But I can worry about that later. Yeah, it's so glossy, it's really nice. I'd like to use, well, but what I end up doing, I've got this Audible sander, this one here. It's really powerful. Use 2000 grit and it really turn up to max, just about max, and yeah, it really gives the paint, takes the meat off really good. So the only problem being, it's got like a, what they call it, like a definition pad behind it. It's like a sponge. So if you use a sand and disc that's too smooth, like 2000 grit, it'll ride over the top of the orange peel rather than trying to level it out. Well, when I look at the boot, oh, it's all covered up now, but when you look at the boot, it's like glass, like it's just, you can't see any orange peel. When you go to the front, the bonnet, if you get in close enough, you see it, as I move the camera, you'll see a little bit of orange peel. I can worry about that later. I'm not too fussed about it, really. It's not important. Like anything, like today, my father's going out and doing something and he reversed his car into a full drive. Like anything can happen to this car. I'm going to use it. It's not going to be a show pony. It's going to be, I'm going to use this car. So I think I think people appreciate it too, that it's getting out there and out and about. So, yeah, so the bonnet's done for now. I haven't got the little, what do they call it? Oh, I forget what they're called now. Not like a bonnet sort of lock. They're ordered. They just got posted today, so I won't see them for probably another week maybe. I've got the Falcon 500 badges to go on the front quarters here. The back's done. I got the V8. I could have got the 351, but no, it's going to look as a 302. So I got just the V8 badge. It goes here. I actually broke when I was putting I had 2 Falcon 500 badges. But yeah, I actually broke one. I was trying to push it in and the bastard snapped in. $70 each. So I've got a spare Falcon one, but I've only got, now this is broken. Like I can probably put on and glue it and align it, but no, I just went out and bought another 2. Just got to make sure I do the holes properly. So I've got a template. I've got a template that I used when I originally done this car to where the holes are. I was hoping to get in behind it and just sand it and see whereabouts the holes are, then drill from the inside, but I think there's a lot of crap in the road. I don't know how far. I don't remember how far up I put new rust sections in here. I don't remember where the line was, but if I'm careful enough, I can re-drill it, mark it out, do it again. It's not a big issue, but I'm going to make sure the car's up on the hoist, eye level, take my sweet time with that. I'll probably show you how I do it. I ended up just you put masking tape over the area you're going to be working on. You measure it up, you mark it out on the masking tape. You mark the holes and masking tape, do everything, and then when you're happy with the holes, you pull the tape off, and then you got it's all good to go. So I can't do the badges yet. I'm not going to bother because I haven't got the V8 ones yet. I can put the windscreen in if I want. I've got all the trim that goes around it. I'm just going to mark out where the visors go. I'm waiting on screws and stuff to turn up, so I put the visors up. I might have to pull this back a bit just to make sure I know where the holes are, because you can easily stuff it up. Got that. Yeah, there's heaps to do. But today's been a bit of a washout. I've got heaps done, but I just have to clean this shed up. It's a bloody mess at the moment. Yeah, so I might just actually I'll drop the seats and the seats off of the trim this morning. And he said the back seats, I don't know why, but the top half of the bench seat is all warped. It's all bent out of shape. He said that something has probably been stacked on top of it at some point. So I need to, he's going to strip the seat back, get it in its frame, and he'll come back here. And we have to do a test fit with the seat and straighten it up here. So once he puts the new covers on it, it's how the seat's in the shape it should be. Yeah, so I've got a list there of stuff I can do. I'll get onto it now, but I might just wrap this video up now. It's only going to be a little short one. But I'm just going to, while I've got time, while I'm hooked into this car, I'll keep the videos rolling. So thanks for watching, guys. Catch up with you soon.